It is an honor for me to welcome you all to this piano concert entitled Bridging Cultures. We are a long-time friend, supporter, and admirer of Girma Yifrashewa, the world-renowned Ethiopian pianist and composer. We praise you for the role you have played in introducing classical music in Ethiopia. We praise you for your efforts to introduce Ethiopian melodies played through classical music across the globe. Your concert is played in over 15 countries in Africa, Europe, and Northern America, and you have helped put Ethiopian music on the global map. We thank you for that. Today, we see here in front of us the first concert grand piano in Ethiopia. Thanks to Girma, we will now be able to listen to classical performances of Ethiopian and other melodies played using this high-end instrument. We all look forward to Girma performing regularly using this concert grand piano, promoting classical music in Ethiopia and bridging cultures. On behalf of Girma Yifrashewa and all of us here tonight, the Piano House in Poland, for providing this concert grand piano for only a fraction of its price. I understand this piano costs around $180,000-$200,000, and Girma managed to have it here for really a symbolic fee. So thank you, Piano House. Mr. Tewelde Gebramariam, Group CEO of Ethiopian Airlines, for the role the airlines played since 2001 in supporting Girma, including with the shipment of this concert grand piano to Addis Ababa, free of charge. His Excellency Honorable Michael Rayner, the United States Ambassador to Ethiopia, for the role the embassy played in organizing this concert and for publishing the Louis Moreau Gottschalk CD, the banjo, as part of Bridging Cultures, between the US and Ethiopia. Mr. Karl Haller, General Manager, Ethiopian Skylight Hotel, for hosting this event this evening free of charge and for accommodating the concert grand piano here at the hotel for the next few months, again, free of charge, until Girma figures out a solution in terms of where to keep it after all. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in challenging times. The world, Africa as a continent, and indeed our nation are going through difficult times. The need for tolerance, understanding, and respect of cultural diversity is now more than ever a priority. Today's program, entitled Bridging Cultures, brings Western classical music tradition with that of Ethiopian melodies, friendship of people, of nations, expressed in the most beautiful way possible through music. I now will introduce you quickly this evening's program, presented in 3 parts. In part 1, 3 young Ethiopians will be performing individually as part of Girma's Bridging Culture program. This is his way of demonstrating the importance of introducing children to music, and in this case, to classical music. One of the performers, young Brooke, is Girma's son, and was of course trained by his father. The 2 others, Lieben and Grum, are students of Mary Nalbandian, who trained many young Ethiopian talents. In part 2 of the program, Girma Yifrashewa will play music by Louis Moreau Gottschalk, a 19th century American composer and pianist. And in part 3, Girma Yifrashewa will perform music from his Love and Peace album. Ladies and gentlemen, I now call to the podium His Excellency Honorable Michael Rayner, the United States Ambassador to Ethiopia, for his opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and good evening to everyone who's here, distinguished colleagues, friends, guests. It's so wonderful to share this lovely evening with so many of you, and I know we're all looking forward to a wonderful night of music. Let me start, if I may, by saying how pleased and honored and grateful the United States Embassy is to be side by side with 3 wonderful co-sponsors in hosting tonight's event. Ethiopian Airlines, Ethiopian Skylight Hotel, and Arts TV have all been fantastic partners, and this evening wouldn't have been possible without them. And of course, this evening truly wouldn't be possible without the star of the show, the exceptional pianist and composer and wonderful friend, Mr. Girma Yifrashewa. Many of you are here tonight because you already know how captivating Girma's music and performances always are. And if tonight's your first experience hearing Girma play, you're in for a rare treat and an extraordinary revelation. What makes Girma such a compelling artist is not only that he's a virtuoso pianist, but also that he puts his virtuosity to the service of blending classical and Ethiopian music and to building bridges between people through shared and transcendent musical experiences. Girma has performed and promoted Ethiopian and classical music, including his own compositions, throughout the African continent and worldwide, including recent tours to Egypt, Mozambique, South Africa, Italy, Germany, and the United States. Tonight we're thrilled that he's here with all of us in our shared home of Addis Ababa to perform a program called Bridging Cultures. Girma will not only feature his own compositions this evening, but will generously share the spotlight with an important but somewhat forgotten American composer whose work is undergoing a bit of a rediscovery, thanks in large part to Girma. I'm referring to the mid-19th century American romantic composer and pianist, Louis Moreau Gottschalk. Just like Girma, Gottschalk was a virtuoso musician. And just like Girma, Gottschalk was a composer who, as the title of tonight's program suggests, bridged cultures. By blending classical European musical traditions with Caribbean, Creole, and African American melodies and rhythms, Gottschalk created music that was groundbreaking during his time and remains captivating to this day. And Gottschalk himself was a bridge of cultures, with a father of German Jewish ancestry and a French Creole mother. As such, he was quintessentially American, and his music remains quintessentially American as well. But it's music that we hope will resonate with an audience in Ethiopia and worldwide. And as you hear Girma play Gottschalk tonight, you'll hear the extraordinary understanding that exists between performer and composer. Recently, Girma spent an extended sojourn in the United States in partnership with the prestigious University of Pennsylvania, recording the works of Gottschalk and helping to introduce him to modern-day audiences. We're enormously grateful to Girma for his commitment to helping the world rediscover a fascinating American composer, a commitment that also embodies the broader partnership and understanding that exists between Ethiopia and the United States, and that exemplifies the power of music to bring people together. In conjunction with Girma's project, we were pleased to support the production of a new CD entitled The Banjo, which features Girma performing some of Gottschalk's most significant compositions. We invite each of you to take a complimentary copy of this wonderful CD home with you as a memento of tonight's performance. I've talked far too long, especially given that you haven't come here to hear me talk at all. But before I stop, I do want to take a brief moment to thank and commend the three young musicians who will be kicking off the concert tonight. Having studied piano myself as a kid many, many years ago, I definitely didn't have either the talent or the courage that these young people are about to show. And it's wonderful that each of their performances will be linked one way or another to Girma himself. Thank you all for being here this evening, and sincerest thanks once again to Girma and to our co-sponsors, Ethiopian Airlines, the Skylight Hotel, and Arts TV, for the wonderful experience we're about to have. I wish you all a great evening of musical enjoyment. Thank you.
Girma, can I invite you to the podium, please?
Good evening to you all. I'm extremely excited to have such a big audience, maybe the first of its kind for my performances. Thanks be to the US Embassy for supporting, and Skylight Hotel, Ethiopian Airlines. I would like to present a symbol of bridging cultures to His Excellency, my own composition and also my own performance of Louis Moreau Gottschalk for the two countries' cultural exchange.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.